Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, the top-rated sportsbooking app in all of North America. You already know, safe, secure, reliable, and when we talking about them, you know I got the promo code for you, baby, and it's that playoff special. Why? Because that wild card round is going on, so what better way to add to your watching activities than by tapping in with DraftKings. For the new customers, when you download the app, use that first, you put that first deposit of $5, you'll get $200 back in bonus bets instantly with the promo code MOATS. It is a dope concept. You can't go wrong with it, but at the same time, you might get lost in the sauce. Might develop a gambling problem. It's like that sometimes. And if you're in New York, you see it's a number that you could text. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER. How you got me? Score prediction, man. What you got, man? Heck yeah.
What did I say yesterday? I think 24-17.
Ooh, okay.
I think 24-17.
Okay.
I think the offense moves the ball.
Okay.
I actually think we're up like 2 scores and the third, early fourth. But then we do our typical thing of letting the Ravens march down the field and get it within one score. And then we need either on offense to get a first down, close it out, or we need the defense to get that final stop, end of the game, 2 minutes left. That's how I see it playing out. I think the Ravens' offense is going to struggle against us, and I think we're going to move the ball on offense. I mean, we actually low-key ran the ball kind of decent against the Ravens in the second game.
It wasn't as bad. And that's who was that? Bill Cowher. That's his famous thing, right? It's never as bad as you think it is, never as good as you think it is. I think that's real. I think the further you get removed from the emotions of the game, and that's why we always talk about like watching the tape, the further you are removed and you can just kind of look at it objectively, you'll see that there's actually a lot of good that did happen in some of these games.
Particularly this last game. I thought the defense started to find themselves. 19 points against the Bengals. Granted, we got a lucky bounce here or there. Jamar Chase dropped that touchdown. But 19 points is 19 points against that high-octane Bengals offense. Absolutely, I'll tell you, I saw some good things there. The defense is healthy. Yeah. It feels like they got some of those details and communication things worked out. So the timing could be right. Yeah. We get our defense back, and maybe we learn from our mistakes these last couple of games with the offense and the approach and being a little bit more flexible and letting Russ air it out, giving him more of the reins. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping.
Nah, respect on that,
Maybe our lowest point is at the perfect time. What's the Batman quote?
It's the darkest before it's the dawn.
Yeah,
come on, man. The night gets the darkest before the dawn.
I was going to botch that up.
I saw you.
Completely forgot what it was. I know it had something to do with the darkest something and dawn.
Yeah, man. But shoot, for me, man, I also think it's, man, I don't have it 24-17. Actually, they said you had it 27-20 is what somebody called you out. Yeah, they said last night you said 27-20, just throwing it out there.
I knew it was 7 points. Okay, maybe it was. You know what? Someone else said. Someone else said 24-17. Okay, so wait, do I got to get 27-20?
You got
actually. I think I like 24-17 better.
You're maintaining your 7-point spread. I do like that, man. I like the consistency there. All right, for me, man. I think, man, it's tough, man. I feel like, man, these dudes gonna be fighting, knocking each other out. And when you're talking about that rubber match that third time, I think of the 2 experiences that I've had playing a team 3 times in a row. We did it in 2014. We lost to the Ravens the first matchup, whooped them the second matchup, and they beat us in that third one in the wild card round. But once again, we were the team coming in injured. Yeah, very similar to them not having Zay Flowers. We didn't have L. Bell, who
Mike
had
Mitchell
a heck of a season.
Too, right?
Absolutely. Then I think about the following season, right? The Cincinnati Bengals year, right? We lose to them the first game in Pittsburgh. It was raining, and we felt like, man, L. Bell gets hurt in that game. We felt some type of way about it. We get a chance to come back. We go to their spot, beat them. That's when the pregame scuffling stuff happens where they put the rule, you can't cross the 50-yard line anymore. The whole Vince, I'm going to paint you on site, Burfict and all that. So now when it was that third matchup, it's like, man, we already know how we feel about y'all. We already kind of we felt like we had them figured out because they felt like they had us because they won the first matchup. So we got to that third one. Now it's like, all right, we really went out there and we're showing it. But you remember how the game went. They had us in the end of it.
Well, Ben got hurt.
Right. Yeah. Ben was hurt, but
they were up 15-0.
Right.
third quarter.
But they had it at the end. 7 comes back, and then it was them kind of the self-implosion. Dudes making crazy plays at crazy times in all three phases.
Shuffling the ball. He couldn't move his arm.
Bro, I still think of Ryan Shazier strip of Jeremy Hill. We don't get a chance to do anything if that play doesn't happen. And it was at the time where absolutely nobody, I'm sure if there were fans that they were like, yo, let him score, it's over. Like, that's that portion of the game. And my man literally is like, yo, I got this. We was like, yo, that's what we felt. He was touched by God. We was like, I don't know how you did that. Like, crazy. And then 7 come up. Yo, I don't know what we doing.
Yeah, the crazy part is that next week, after seeing 7 do that against them, have that, like, I guess you could, what would you say, that delivery with his arm in that Bengals game. And then a week later, to be like,
no fly zone, man.
300 yards,
no fly
slinging
zone.
It out. Like, it doesn't even look like he's hurt at all. It was wild.
Insane.
No AB
man.
either. Like,
Insane.
People forget about that.
No AB, no L-Bill.
No Bell,
Neither one
no
of them.
D'Angelo
No
Williams
D-Lo.
either.
Yeah.
Toussaint.
All our guys were hurt, man.
Don't fumble that ball. My God.
Yeah, 3 dudes, 3 major contributors to the defense. And that's what we always said was the playoff issues there, man. We just injured at the wrong time. 17 AFC Championship, no L-Bell. You down again, you know? Then, 16 AFC Championship.
I think AB wasn't there, right?
AB was.
He was. We had like Martavis. Someone with Martavis, right?
Martavis
was like Kobe Hamilton.
He was out.
There.
It was Kobe and it was Sammy Coates, maybe, I think, at that time.
It's like our 2 receiver. Come on.
And then the 17 year when we had the 2 seed, that's when Shazier gets hurt. And we already talked about how that was kind of playing out, man. But, you know, it's one of them things, man. This year is a little bit different. We got the health, and that's why I do feel like, man.
We got the health. We just got the bad stretch that just happened. We got the health, and we got the players. We got the talent. Mm-hmm. Put it together.
Yeah. So, no time better than the present, man. And you want to make them forget about those past 4 games. I think Dante Jackson said it. He was like, man, them 4 games aren't going to matter. You win on Saturday.
Yeah.
You win a postseason game, bro. Don't nobody care about any of that. And I know the doom and gloomers. Well, all we're gonna do is we'll lose next week. Well, man, who cares? Y'all said we weren't supposed to have a winning season, and then we had the winning season. You say we weren't supposed to have the double digits. We got the double digits. We weren't supposed to make the playoffs. Made the playoffs. Now we ain't supposed to win in the playoff game. Let's just see what happens, man.
Let's see what we play.
Let's just see.
We'll see what we play.
Let's just see.
We might be playing the winners of Texans Chargers.
Yeah, you never know. Like, you never know, man.
And too, TG might be onto something. I'm starting to maybe it's because it actually played out to where we're playing the Ravens.
Time out. Don't just call him TG. Defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, Terrence Galvin.
We'll do Coach TG.
Coach T. I like Coach T. Coach TG.
Because we can't say Coach T. That's Coach Thomas.
There's only one Coach T. He's Coach TG or Coach
Galvin.
Yeah, man. Barely I, always we. I hear you, baby. The defensive coordinator of Norfolk State. Y'all hit that like button for the homie TG being the official defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University with the homie former Pittsburgh Steeler, Mike Vick at the Casa de Crypt. Deke, I started to come in here with all my green and gold on because, like I said, that was like my childhood team because we didn't have, you know, big professional teams. So it was like first when you sit in Norfolk State, like, yo, behold the green and gold. So it was like, bro, I started to come up in here decked out.
You should have.
Well, I needed to rock out black and gold, and I said we haven't had a show to talk Steelers, so I was like, I felt like I wanted to have my plant my flag. You know what I mean?
I like the jersey too. Bettis.
Come
Last
on, bro.
time we saw Bettis in a legit way.
Come on, bro.
It was the Super Bowl XL run, 6th seed.
Come on,
had to go on the road.
Hey, we on the road, so I said let me break out the road whites. You know what I mean? So yeah, like that was my vibe. Otherwise, I would have had all my Norfolk because I love Norfolk State. I wouldn't have went there. They recruited me. They was a little late on it. But it's like, man, that's still like my baby. Like, oh, it's always a vibe with Norfolk State back on. So the fact that my dog is the DC there, Deke, he was just sitting here with us. He was supposed to be here today, man. He's a little busy. He's supposed to be here today. He was busy. He said, bro, you see it, man. He was having a little desk over there too, man. I'm trying to help the vibe out, man. He would have had his little camera set up. Yeah, that's what Deke was talking about. So y'all can see on the camera, all right? Where them pillows at, that's where TG would have been, all right? TG a little busy today. Shout out to the homie though, man. I like it. I like it, man. But yeah, it's Coach Garvin, all right? Yeah.
Coach Garvin, Coach TG. But he might be on to something. Yeah. Again, maybe I'm just doing hindsight 2020 now that it's actually happening that we are playing Baltimore. But we win this game. You mean to tell me we're not going to have a ton of confidence in feeling like we could beat anyone in the league here?
Facts.
So even if it is the Chiefs, I don't know. We got nothing to lose. Who cares? No one. It's going to be a 10-point spread again.
Mm-hmm.
Just go in there and play loose and do your thing.
What's the excuse next week? Just whatever excuse y'all want to have. Just get ready for that to tell us next week. You know what?
Man. With that jersey, they said the same thing about us going into Indianapolis in that division round. Because that was number 1 seed Colts, Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Edgar James. I don't know. They were probably 14-2. And they blew us out in the regular season on Monday Night Football. I remember Ike Taylor was getting torched. And went in there and won.
Yeah.
It'd be actually very similar because Chiefs killed us in the regular season. Go in, 6 seed, divisional round on the road. No one believes in us. Got it done.
No respect on it, man. I like it, baby. I like it. All right. So,
what's your score? I don't think you said.
I ain't said my score. You're right. I didn't. I was like, it's gonna be physical.
It's not as big of a margin.
Yeah, it's not as big as margin. Yeah. So for me, man, I have a back and forth, physical as heck. But I got it 24-23. I have us having to get the walk-off field goal though. You know, I love the dramatics. I think they're up, and it's that weird vibe of. Can we? Are we? Is it? It's kind of back and forth. You know, it's never the smooth game when we're playing Baltimore anyways. It's always that like knockout, drag on, slugfest. And I think that that's the case, but I do think they're up. I think Lamar has had a decent game, but they're missing Zay Flowers. And from there, I anticipate us being able to come down and make just that one play. I personally... We almost had it last week versus Cincinnati, as bad as it was. And I'm not talking about Pat Freiermuth. I'm talking about the GPFU ball to the right side. As bad as that game was, if that's a completion, we are walking out of there with a daggone victory. And we talking about who said what, who's bad. Y'all tell that to somebody else.
Not even that passive. GP catches one of those.
It is literally that simple to me, man. So when I think of this one, I'm saying, we're going to get that same look. I don't know, right side or left side, Marlon Humphrey on him. And that's the money ball. That's the dagger. That's the one that hits. And from there, Boz comes in, curtain calls, hey, Justin Tucker, it's not your division no more. It's not your league no more. It's my time. And I think that that's how it plays out, man. Especially when you're talking about rivalries, man. Like, that's the energy, though. Facts, that's the energy to me, man.